These are all the cards in
Sheila Shewall has archived almost every Duckboy card printed.
Double date, you see two men with two dogs.
There's Along the Information Superhighway and The Trouble with a Short Horse.
I think Duckboy depicts real Montana.
A lot of the ideas were suggestions that people gave me. A lot of them were old jokes. A lot of them were just observing things that were going on.
You can see something and see the humor in it and capture it.
Paul Stanton started taking photos and writing captions for the Duckboy postcards in 1987. He and his wife Lori ran the company for 25 years.
They were all posed, often with friends or people we met. Sometimes we'd hire people through the casual labor office.
Sheila bought the copyright to all Paul's images and is updating some of the cards.
Like the West Millennial Housing. This is relatable to all those parents who have their kids move back home and they're trying to find a place for them.
And she's come up with some really fresh, interesting uses for some of the pictures.
Like this one of a family with feed bags on their faces.
Eating granola in Montana. And I'd heard a lot of people joke about how granola was kind of like what you feed your horse.
Now it's COVID-approved family dining.
I think a lot of people can relate to the desperation and lengths people went to during COVID. Millennials, they're the ones that really grew up with Wii bowling.
Many cards don't need updates at all.
Like saving gas.
She's also updated other Duckboy merchandise, like streamlining the photos of the designated driver t-shirt.
We've highlighted the most important parts, which are the horse, the cowboy, and the dog.
Sheila says it's important to keep the integrity of Paul Stanton's work.
Our postcards, they're unique. You can't just get that on your phone.
Paul was born and raised in the Bitterroot. His mentor was Ernst Peterson, the famous Bitterroot scenic photographer, whose pictures were published in National Geographic and Saturday Evening Post.
I went to him when I was in junior high, I believe, to talk to him about how to do some photography.
They remained friends until Peterson's death. Paul observed real life that could be exaggerated for a laugh, like the young men with their ball caps on backwards.
Squinting, holding their hands up, saying, "Bright out, ain't it?"
They were people and situations he knew well. He saw a Montana lifestyle that was changing.
I tried to put a lot of old Montana into the pictures because I saw things even then changing rapidly.
Paul made all his own props, like what looked like rockets ready to be set off in Olympic uphill bobsled team.
And a guy in the back of this sled trying to light the fuse. And by the time we finished taking the pictures, we had about 7 cars parked there waiting for this thing to take off.
He liked current events.
I tried to comment on local and regional politics without taking a position.
Because we're not out to offend anyone. We're out to bring people a laugh.
So everybody asks, where did Paul get the Duckboy name? Well, he says it came from a cowboy song he wrote about herding ducks.
It really is Bitterroot.
We need more humor in our lives, taking things a little less seriously, and that way we can be kinder to each other.
It's the Duckboy way. Kevin Mackey, NBC, Montana.